This is one of the hottest pieces of technology when it comes to virtual reality. I'm Sascha from Mobile Geeks, and we're about to check out the HTC Vive. So actually, HTC introduced this to a few fellow friends, bloggers and journalists during Mobile World Congress in Barcelona back in February. And Nicole already got her eyes on, right? And she was constantly bragging about this, how good it is. Finally, I have this in my hands for the very first time. An amazing piece of hardware that's definitely going to stir up the excitement for the virtual reality market, maybe by the end of the year, but definitely for 2016. Just to give you a little idea about the specifications. So it comes with two displays with a resolution of 1080 by 1200, which translates into 2160 by 1200 in the resolution. Has way over 70 sensors in there. And the cool thing about the HTC Vive is that you can use it in a kind of holodeck room up to size of 4 by 4 meters or 15 by 15 feet. It also comes with these little controllers, two of them that you're holding in your hand, and you have a little trigger to interact with virtual objects while you're entering the virtual reality. And this is exactly what I'm about to do right now.
There were once places beyond reach.
So yeah, I tried it out, the HTC Vive, for the very first time, and I mean, Nicole was constantly bragging about it, how cool this experience was for her. And just to give you a little bit idea of what they're doing with you. Well, first of all, of course, you know, they're adjusting the headset to you. What I really love about this is, and this is so different compared to what I've experienced with the Sony Morpheus or with the Microsoft HoloLens or with the Oculus Rift. I could keep my glasses on, right, which is quite important for me. So the hardware design is very, very comfortable, also compared to the other ones. I just loved how it felt on my head. Plus, they're getting you a headset on, and you're getting two controllers with a little trigger. And this translates into something, whether it's going to be hands or something you're going to see in the demo that you're going to use to interact with virtual objects. So the first demo was basically about, you know, just me standing up, looking around in a virtual world of bright tiles, and they were asking me if I feel comfortable and I'm not getting dizzy, because for some people, you know, they have to get used to this virtual reality experience. And then the first demo was me standing on a deck of like an old ship from, I don't know, 14, 15, 1600, like, you know, pirates all over the place, and it was sunk. So it was on the bottom of the ocean, and I was just under the sea, and I saw the fishes. And you could interact with the controller, you could make bubbles, but you could also reach out to these little fishes, and those virtual objects were immediately interacting with you. So obviously they swam away. But then they had this they were just saying, oh, watch out, there was this massive blue whale coming from the left, and this is where they got me, right? Yes, you know it's virtual reality, but this moment when you realize this and you see this massive whale and you can see the scale of it, and you're just getting the impression that this is almost real, especially because of the scale. You can see how slowly it comes over, and then it stops right in front of you, and it's looking at you with this large eye, and you try to reach out with this controller, and then it just swims away. That was just, again, it was a really, really cool experience. The second demo they were showing was a game, a very, very simple game, a cooking game, something that I was probably playing on my computer like 20 or 25 years ago. But the way you were starting to cook a meal by using your controllers and the trigger, because this, they kind of transformed into two hands. And then I was standing there at the board, and I had to find the right ingredients. And I could walk around and open the door of the fridge, right, and get more ingredients out there. And I put them all into a pot. And then I plated them. And then I rang the bell for the restaurant for a waiter to pick it up and then deliver it to a customer. I could play that all day long. So I think it was very, very smart, and this definitely shows you what a hardware manufacturer is capable of doing when they're working together with a game distributor like Valve. I mean, they have this in their DNA, you know, how to show really, really cool demos and how to create an experience of a virtual world. I think this is a great team with HTC. I'm very smart of HTC to team up with them. Something that they have to work on, in my opinion. This could be also a matter of the prototype right now and of the distance in between the displays and my eyes. Is the field of view. It wasn't really limited, but I could see the bezels on the side. This might be also a matter of me wearing glasses, but this is something, this could be even better. And then if I compare this to the Oculus Rift, or if I compare this to the Microsoft HoloLens, right, what I really love about this is that they're creating this virtual room, this kind of holodeck. They're thinking three-dimensional. And this is very, very important. Because you could walk around in this room, right, and everything was changing. What Oculus and Microsoft, they're also working on this. But the way they did it, especially when I reached out to the edges of this virtual room, and then you see this grid, right, of like these green stripes, like in Star Trek, like in a holodeck. That was absolutely amazing. Very, very, very impressive demo from HTC. Once again, smart move to team up with Valve. And I think if I compare this to the Oculus Rift, this is on a different level. So good job.